Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm Julie, and this is our Thursday Vintage Craft and Chat together. And today we are going to be making origami envelopes. So I'm making them in a very small miniature way, but once you have this technique down, you can make them any size you want. As long as you have a piece of paper big enough, you can go crazy. In fact, this week I was just making little miniature ones, but before we went on, when I turn the camera around, I will show you. I made one that was a little bit larger, and this will be a whole different project. So it's like you could, once you learn it, you can just take it in so many different directions. But what I made with them this week, I'll show you a little bit of a close-up. I took that one origami style of envelope, and I made what I'm calling little hidden paper clips out of them. So I glued and attached them to 2-inch paper clips. You could certainly use smaller paper clips, but this is what I had on my desk. And depending on what types of papers you use, you can really change up the look. These were some vintage children's, what do I want to say, like a school book that has black and red font. And I thought that was so cute with a little red felt heart. I took it in a little bit different direction. I also made little dangles out of the envelopes. So I made the envelopes, did a little bit of inking, added a hole, and then one of these little gourd pins with some seed beads. So that's another option. And then you can punch a hole. I'll show you too. I'll grab one of my journals, but you can hang them on the spine of a journal. You can punch a hole on one of your pages and, kind of have it dangle off to the side, or actually, like on an envelope. There's so many ways. And this project, actually this jumping off point for this project, I was originally wanted to make a very large banner to go on one of my cabinets here. And originally I was thinking large envelopes. I wanted to make some kind of Valentine, kind of fun. Hi, Kathy. Hello, hello. I'm so glad you're here. And I grabbed envelopes out of my, like actual envelopes out of my cabinet. I was just kind of, I don't know, just kind of rolling with the different ideas. And then I started looking up different ways to actually fold and make your own envelopes. I just sat down and grabbed some paper and did myself. And then I stumbled upon this origami style way of folding and making envelopes. And so this was actually the first thing I made. So I went from wanting to make a really large banner to put on like our hutch over here in the dining room, to making this little tiny small one, which I'm going to hang on one of these shelves. Is that adorable or what? I love, 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 love this. So I just grabbed some different book pages. Basically, they were illustrations out of children's books. So I grabbed some that were in a yellow, black and white way, some that had pink, some that have, let's see, what do we have here? Some that have green, and just, general printed font pages. So this turned out so cute. And so I went from a big one to a little one. So this will decorate my shelf here in the back, but I'll show you too. We'll grab a journal here. You could actually just make a decoration for one of your pages. So you could just do like 3 envelopes or 4 envelopes and just attach that to one of your book pages. In fact, this whole idea also morphed into a different idea I had. So I think I'll probably do a standalone video for that idea. Maybe I don't know, film it today or tomorrow. I'll have to see. But that's basically what we are doing. Let me refer to my notes here. Oh, let me pull out of the prompt jar. So last week, our prompt was see-through. So I'll show you what I made. I'm still not done with it. I'm not quite finished, but so I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. So this is what so far I've come up with. And I grabbed out my box of, what do I want to say, magazine images. I have all these like little fussy cut of magazine images. And so I found this one that was the cat, and that was part of it. Cat sitting on this dryer washing machine. I'm not sure what it was. And so I cut out the middle. It was just black. And I found this fish in one of my books. And then this little lady, I guess she's floating out in the ocean. So that was a different one. And I don't know. I just glued a bunch of different things on. It isn't my comfort zone to do this sort of surreal collage. I haven't done a lot of it. It's something I definitely want to do more of in the future, but I definitely need to add some things to it. It's definitely not done. Maybe some outlining. I don't know. I don't quite love it. It doesn't look finished. So I'll be working on that the next couple days and post a picture. So that was my version of see-through for the week. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, I don't know. It was fun. It turned out completely different than, when I first started. But it was fun. I think I just have to let myself go. I just have to let my type A personality just go and have fun with it. So let's see what this week's prompt is. Something good here. Let's see. Looks like a short word. Oh, this is something that we all do all the time. So fussy cut. So this week's prompt is fussy cut. And anybody that is new here, I've had a lot of new subscribers this week, so welcome. Or if anybody is watching this live for the first time, certainly say hello because we are live, or if you're watching in the replay. We have a little group on Instagram, and so I've started pulling. We were kind of throwing out prompts, right, Christy? Hi, Christy. No, you didn't. I'm just started, so you haven't missed anything yet. Oh, we'll be making the envelopes in just a bit. In fact, Christy is in our group, and she came up with originally. I think you came up with the idea, right, Christy? Or was it Angela? I don't remember. But Christy had some really great prompts originally, and that we were doing. And then I thought, oh, let's just make a little prompt jar and fill it full of all kinds of things. So that it's kind of morphed over time. So fussy cut, Christy, that's this week's. And I'll take a picture and post this in our group later. That's a pretty easy one because I feel like that's what we all do all the time. Anybody that's collaging and junk journaling is constantly doing fussy cuts. So, okay. All right. So let me turn the camera around. I'm going to swing you around and let's get started. My gosh, I love these envelopes. In fact, in all my posts, I keep saying that they are absolutely addicting. Like I can't stop making them. Once I figured out, and I am not, let me straighten this up. I don't know, I don't have a mathematical mind. I don't have a mind, like, what do I want to say? I don't remember measurements well and numbers. That definitely is not my forte. So I surprised myself. They're so easy to make, but once I got it down, like I feel like I'll never forget it. They're that fun. Other things I do have to, like, I have to measure and look back, but don't you love fussy cutting? That's another thing. Fussy cutting to me, I know some people don't like to fussy cut, but for me, it is so relaxing. I find it extremely relaxing. In fact, I wanted to show, I have to stand up here a minute. Let me grab. I don't want to bump you guys. I wanted to share, so these are my favorite scissors for fussy cutting. I think the key to fussy cutting is having smaller scissors, at least for me, smaller scissors and scissors that are sharp. And I love these. These are my favorite. I seldom will fussy cut with a big pair of scissors. I always grab these little ones. So for anybody new to fussy cutting, and fussy cutting, if you are joining here and running across us, let me see, I'm looking for something. For those that don't know what fussy cutting is, let me grab something out of here. So I'm just going to grab a little image out here. And basically, fussy cutting is cutting around an image. So we have our little flower cluster. I won't do the whole thing. And I guess I basically call fussy cutting for both different techniques. So I think there's one, actually what I'm doing is called kiss cutting. I think, no, I don't know. Actually, somebody correct me. I know there's one that's called kiss cutting and one that's called fussy cutting, and I just pretty much call it all the same. So you can either leave a little bit of a border. In this case, it's white. Let me just do this little thing. Or you can go right up to the image and not leave any of that white, any of that border. So hopefully that makes sense. So you can see where I've left that white border, or you can come right up to the image. I'll do it here on the stem. And I'm not sure which is which. Do you guys know which is kiss cutting and what is fussy cutting? I'm not sure. I just pretty much call it all fussy cutting. So you can see here where I've gone right up to that stem, hopefully. Yeah, so I've gone right up to the stem. So there's two names. I don't know which is which, but I call them. So that is what fussy cutting is, if anybody is wondering. Okay, so the envelopes that we are making, the supply list is down in the description. Whoops, I just totally knocked my camera there. There we go. Get this a little bit. We're not very straight here, are we? There we go. Not fussy cutting. The supply list is down in the description, but it is, let me get rid of that. Okay. But the supplies are basic. As long as you have paper, something to cut the paper with, it could be, you could use pencil, ruler, scissors, or you could use a paper trimmer. I find a paper trimmer to be the quickest method. Some glue. I would suggest thinner paper. I don't think cardstock, thick cardstock. Maybe if you're doing a larger envelope, you could probably do the thick cardstock, but I find when it's too thick, it cracks. So it cracks where you fold the paper. So I find that thinner paper is better. So like I pulled out some examples here. This is a craft double-sided paper, but it's on the thin side. Here's some little papers that came out of a pack from Temu. So this paper is great. Again, it's thin. I used some book pages for a couple. So this is like a thinner book page here from one of my favorite books, Peterson Field Guides. I'm in and out of this book all the time. What else did I pull out? I just pulled a bunch of different papers this morning. Let's see, here's more of that printed paper. Here's some of that book page, that black, white, and red. That's fun. And I even pulled out some vintage thesaurus, I think this is. And then here's some of the pages that have that. You find a lot of these. Let's see, do I have one that has a copyright? I have a lot of these books, and I'm always like, okay, what do I do with them? Because sometimes the images, I love the coloration, but I don't necessarily love the images. 1961. So I don't know if that was a thing back in the 60s, but I have a lot of these children's books where they're the cream and white, or I should say black and cream or black and white. And then they just introduce one singular color to that combination. So I'm not sure if that was just back in the 60s. So here's some that have the Greenway. And, you know, these are not images that I would necessarily fussy cut and put in a journal. I don't know that they would necessarily go with a particular theme, but it's great to use these types of pages. I mean, the horse is awfully cute, but. And then here are some that, like this book right here, I took apart a long time ago. Again, the pink is really great, but I don't know that I would necessarily use the image. So this is a great use for those books. And I think that's it. Ooh, I also want to try this. I pulled out a piece of that wallpaper, like drawer liner stuff. So we'll try to maybe do one with that and see how that works. It's relatively thin. And then for the embellishments, you want glue. I find art glitter glue works really great. This is Fabri-Tac. I just have it in a different bottle here, but Fabri-Tac is great. And then for the embellishments, again, you can just run with this project and take it in any direction. But I made some little felt hearts. I have a paper cutter that is in the shape of a heart. So I cut these hearts out of the inside of an envelope, right? We love that cool print that's often in those window envelopes. I grabbed out my packets of little paper flowers. I thought those were cute. Buttons are great. Buttons are always a great go-to. And you could even, you know, you could add little lace trim. You could just go crazy, crazy. And then on the dangles, I added some seed beads and then just a little bit of fabric to those. So, oh, and then twine. If you're going to do this one, some kind of, what do I want to say? Embroidery thread, twine, yarn, laces, that kind of thing. So really you can just use your imagination. Okay, so let's get in to the making. It's so fun and easy. So the size of paper that I did for the ones that I'm demoing today is 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. So you just want to make sure that you have a equal square. So all 4 sides need to be equal. And let me grab one of these. Let's use this. I like this green. And I like to come in and cut off some of that white border just so I have more of the print. And I am going to also square off my sides here. So get rid of where it's ripped there. Okay, so we are going to go 2.5 inches. And I might be able to get 2. Did I get 2? No, didn't get 2. Now I'll cut one more here, just so I have a couple to show you in succession. Put that over there. Okay, no, so, okay, I'm going to do the fold. Okay, so here is my piece of paper that's 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. And again, as long as it is an equal-sided square, all four sides are equal, you are good. And it is so crazy simple. This goes a little bit in and out when I get too close to my mat, but hopefully you can see this. So we are just going to fold it corner to corner into a triangle. So we took our square and we're folding it in a triangle. Then we're going to unfold that and take this bottom corner and fold it up so that the tip of the bottom corner meets that fold line. Okay. And I will just keep showing you guys this, and hopefully, and any questions you have, just stop me and ask. Okay. So we folded it into a triangle, we unfolded it, and then we're taking this point and folding it to that middle fold line. And then we're going to take it and fold it up. So it looks like that. So easy, so easy. And then I like to turn it this way so that it's sort of pointed, but probably depends on if you're right-handed or left-handed. I just find this to be easy. So I'm going to fold in this bottom one here. And you just need to play around with it a little bit. Sometimes I'll fold it so that I don't have any sort of overlap. Let's see if you can kind of see. So I folded it so that it's, do we call that an overlap? I'm not folding it so that it's flush. Hopefully I'm saying that right. There's a little bit of an overlap there in the corner. And then same thing here. I'm going to take the other side. You can see it's totally looking like an envelope. And same thing here. I'm overlapping a little bit. Hopefully that's the right terminology. So you can see that corner there. Okay. And then we fold down the top flap, which is our envelope here. So we're folding down that top flap. And now, so we have these flaps here that are kind of hanging out. Now is when you want to decide, because we're going to tuck in one of these points to the other. So depending on how you want your envelope to look. So if you can kind of see that, I'm tucking in that corner inside of this other flap. Or I could come in and do it the other way. I can tuck in that corner to that corner. And for me, it just sort of depends on what this top flap of the envelope looks like. Like in this case, do I want less black or more black? I think I'm going to tuck in the black. Okay. I'll show you that. Okay. Now, depending on what your use is, so for instance, the banners that I made, basically everything got glued. I'm gluing down, I'm gluing the point into this other point. I'm adding glue in here and I'm gluing all these pieces down so everything is really glued shut. I'm gluing this little section. As you're folding it, you'll see the little sections. I'm gluing that down. And then once I put my twine in, I will glue this top flap. So it just depends on what you are going to use it for. Same thing for these dangles. I glued every little bit and piece shut and then just came in and put my hole. So it just depends on your end use. Let's make a paper clip out of this one here, and then I can kind of show you that. Let's see. Let me see if she has. Oh, okay, Kathy. I will grab a larger piece. That is a good suggestion. So first, I'm going to let me just glue in this little thing here, and then I'll grab a bigger piece of paper. It's a very good suggestion. And I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here and tuck that point in, just so we have that glued so far. All right, let me get a bigger piece. Here we go. Let's see what size this is. Very good suggestion. Let's see. I could do as big as, well, I should be able to get a 5 by 5. Okay. So let's cut that 5 by 5. And then hopefully you guys can see that better. Okay, so this is 5 by 5. Let's see what side will, I think you'll be able to see because it's double-sided. Okay, so here is our square. I'm going to fold it into a triangle, point to point. Okay, so here we have our square folded into a triangle. Then we're going to open it up and we're going to take this bottom corner and we are going to fold it so that the tip of this bottom corner meets that fold line. So we're just going to fold it up to that fold line. Okay. So we're folding it up to that fold line. Then we're going to take this whole flap and fold it up. Okay. And then we are going to take this bottom corner and fold that in. Okay, so I have a little bit of overlap here. I find that if here, and I'll even show you. Let me kind of show you the difference, what I mean by that. Okay, so here I have folded both so that they meet right here at this corner. Hopefully that makes sense. But then you can see here, they don't meet to where you can tuck one inside of the other. And then let's see what this looks like. Yeah, and then when you fold this down, you have all these gaps here. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's why I do a deeper fold and have that little overlap going so that we're able to tuck one corner into another. Okay, so there I have that little bit of an overlap, a little bit of an overlap. I've folded it in a little bit farther, and now we've created the situation where we can tuck the corner in. And you can go either direction. Hopefully that makes sense. And then when we fold this down, we don't have those gaps. So now we're not having that gap there. So hopefully, let's see, anybody have, oh, okay, good, good. No, yeah, no more comments on that. And as you can see, the larger that you make it, the more uses open up. So this is one right before I came on with all of you. I just grabbed a piece of dictionary paper. In fact, I think this one, yeah, this one was a little bit bigger, and I just based it on the size of the page. I think this one was 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And so we're gluing everything together for what we're making today, but you can see that it ends up making an actual envelope. So depending on how you glue it, you end up with this little section here. And I just put a piece of paper in just so that you can see. And then you actually can end up, you can glue these down, or you can have little tuck spots here. So like, let me grab one of these little envelopes. So you can end up with a little tuck spot that way as well. So if you have super big pieces of paper, you could make, obviously you could make these and glue the back down, right, to a page. You could obviously sew this into a signature, right? So this is just on one side of the signature. I think it would be so cool to make little pockets out of them. And if you could get a piece of paper that was big enough, like a 12 by 12 of thin paper, not the really thick cardstock, but how cute would that be to make a little pocket, and then that has a built-in tuck spot. And I just went in and did a little paper punch so that the person, whoever was receiving the journal, would know that this is a little tuck spot. And you could do the same thing here. You could do like a little half circle, but so you can see so many cool uses. So we'll definitely be making some bigger ones in the future. I could see lots of uses. So I'm going to come in and I'll show you how I glue on this bigger one here. So I'm just going to take my art glitter. I'm going to add a little bit of glue. Oops, I got dry there. Let me poke that through. Okay. And I'm just going to add a little dab of glue there. I like the art glitter because it dries so quickly. It's easy to get in there with the tip. Okay, so, I mean, I could rip it apart, but so you can see how that's firmly attached there. All right, so if you are going to make and attach it to a string, you would want to come in and glue this section down. In fact, I'll run a little bead in here because we could use this for a pocket on a journal page at some point. So I'm just putting a little line of glue there. We're just going to glue that bottom on. So we're gluing that closed. So now we've created this where we have the little tuck spot that's glued in at the bottom. We have a little tuck spot here. And well, I should have cut that before, but then we can come in and do a little notch or a little half circle here if we wanted, but that is a total cute little envelope. In fact, I was thinking how cute it would be. This would be cute for ATC cards. Wouldn't it be cute if we're making ATC cards to make a little handmade envelope? And then there you have your envelope. So super cute. Yeah, so if you're going to put your twine, then I would like glue all these sections down. I would add glue in here and glue in here, not necessarily here. I think that that's okay. And then you're going to put your twine. Let me grab a piece. In fact, I'll grab this big piece of yarn here. That will really show us so we can really see it with the yarn. You're going to glue everything down, add your yarn or your twine, and then put glue here on this, and then glue that down. How cute would that be? That would be an adorable banner for Valentine's Day or just an everyday kind of decoration for your craft space. How bright and fun is that? And then you can come in and add, you know, buttons or paper hearts or paper flowers, whatever. It would look cute with little fabric strips here too, and then a little button over the top, kind of a romantic look to it. So yeah, tons of uses for that. Okay, so let me show you. Let's take one of the little ones and then how I make the paper clip. So I use 2-inch paper clips. That's just what I had. And I think they work kind of nice on the journal pages. Let's see, where's the one I made? I've lost it. It's probably right in front of me. Oh, maybe I put it over here. Oh, I did. Okay. So here's our envelope here, the little green, cream, and black one. And I kind of jumped ahead a little bit to give them a little bit of a definition. Now, you don't need to do this. I just thought it looked kind of cool to do that. I came in just to give it a little extra definition and inked the edges. So sometimes I use just a regular stamping ink. And then sometimes I just came in with like a distress ink, just to give it, especially if your paper is really busy and it's hard to get that definition, right? Like the top flap and the bottom. It's kind of nice to come in and do a little bit of inking. So let's do that on this one. And I tried to do it also like with a micron. I tried to use like a Posca pen, you know, just kind of running it along the edges. And I'm not that great at doing that. In fact, let me see. On some of these, I did that, and I think it kind of went over the edge. I'm not finding it. I'm just not that, you know, when I do it with the Posca pen, I mess up, and then it, you know, kind of comes down on the flat part. But I probably have some definitely in here that happened. I'm just not seeing it right away. Probably on this one where it kind of went on the flat part. But what I found works well is I just have one of these little, this is like a regular ink pad, like a permanent one, is just to pounce your edges on the ink pad. That seems to work really good for me. I just haven't mastered really well that technique of running my pen along the edge of something. I guess I could also take a ruler and line it up on the edge and do it this way, but this is just so quick and easy doing it this way. And then I'll show you and just run it around. And then I'm going to take this flap and do that on the flap too. All right, and then hopefully you can kind of see that like black line. So I think that helps to define it a little bit more, especially the flap. It kind of gives a line there. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this black soot, just a little bit of additional, and just hit that just a little bit more. And I'll show you, I have one here that I did with the green ink, and it's so cute. So depending on what type of papers you're using, what type of inks you're using, what type of embellishments you're using, you can completely change the look to suit anything, any journal style. Obviously, these are just great bookmarks. They're great tabs. You could even, instead of the paper clip, you could just make this a whole tab. How cute would that be? So you could make two and glue them side to side. Or you could just do one, right? If you're gluing that on the side of a page, super cute. And then you could get really teeny tiny. You could even put little tiny notes in them. I mean, you could just go. You could go crazy with this. Okay, so we've inked up our edges here. Yeah, so right now I just have that little tab. I've just glued, put one corner inside of the other. And I find when I am gluing paper clips, buttons, that type of thing, the glue that works best for me is Fabri-Tac. It really has a great hold. So I'm going to take the paper clip and I'm going to set it in here this direction. So if you can kind of see how the paper clip is. So I'm taking this more narrow side here so that it slips onto the page of our journal or whatever we're using it for, our book. Okay. So I'm just going to lay that in there and grab my Fabri-Tac. I'm being pretty generous. I'm going to glue those sides and kind of hold them a little bit. You can press it down on the middle too, but I find it helps if you hold it down for a little bit, let that dry. And then I'm just going to come in and hit this tip right here. I'm going to hit that with some more Fabri-Tac. I'm going to be pretty generous, just so it's around all the edges of that paper clip. And then I will put glue all over the flap. Oop, I have a string. And then we're gluing that closed. And welcome to anybody that has come in. Do feel free to say hello. I'm really glad you're here. So there we are. And it is, this one is still a little bit loose, but once that glue dries, it is very, very secure. This is not moving at all. And these are a couple days old. Okay. So there we have it. And then let's see, what are we going to put on this one? Do we want to do a button? I'm loving these. I use these a lot. These are by Paper Studio. I want to say that they're from Hobby Lobby, I think. I'm fairly certain. I bought these so long ago. But they're the Paper Studio brand, and I believe Hobby Lobby. They don't say on here. And I have them in, I think, every colorway. So I have some pinks and yellows, and these are pinks and reds. These are my favorite, of course. I'm such a turquoise girl. Let's see, what would be cute? I kind of like the pink. I don't know, that's like real preppy, right? Is that like with the pink and the green? Maybe let's do the pink. Yeah, I think that's cute. I like that color combo. And you could glitter these. You could put rickrack on them. You could put lace on them. I mean, there's so many different ways you could go. And for the little paper flowers, same as the buttons, I like to use Fabri-Tac. I just think it really sticks well. And there we have our little cute little paper clip. I'll grab one of my journals just so you can see the different ways you could use it. So super cute. Let me grab one of my journals here. And I will grab one. Let's see here. So here's one of the pages. So you can certainly clip it to the top of a page. How cute is that? So that's like your little marker here at the top. That's why they are so great to use as bookmarks. Or you could put it here at the side. How cute is that? It's just fun, and bright. And these, because I did that the other day, these are great little package toppers too. I sent out some Happy Mail a couple days ago, and I actually used one of these as package toppers. So I actually kind of looped it around a bow that was on the package, and I just clipped that to it. So again, it's not just junk journaling, but if you're, an avid reader, these would be great bookmarks. You can make them so quickly and easily. You can make a ton all at the same time. They're great for mass making. Be so cute with a little gift card to like a book, like Borders or a little bookstore, or a book that you thrifted or bought from somebody that you think they will love. You can make one of these little bookmarks. You could stick it inside, a card. I think these have lots of uses. And then for the dangles, same thing. You could incorporate, so here I've already made, I've added a little dangle here to this journal already, but I've attached it to a little gourd pin so I could come in. My fingers are so fiddly, but you can clip that here to the edge of a journal. Ooh, I actually even like it on this page. I'm going to attach it to this page. So we're going to punch a little hole in here. Oh my gosh, I think that's so cute. Where is my hole punch? I'm going to do kind of my bigger hole punch. So I'm just going to take a hole punch here and punch a hole. I think that's adorable. And I like the colors of it. And I might go back just because over time I'm always thinking about my journals. If I'm selling them or sending them out to somebody, I probably would come in here and make a little faux. In fact, I will show you, because why not? Let me grab. That one might be a little bit too small. Let's see here. Do I like that size? Let me look. Well, maybe it is okay. It'll be teeny tiny. I think that will work. All right, this is so cute. So I'm going to grab I love this paper. It's just the inside of that envelope, like I showed you before. And we are going to make our own little page protector. And I think just because that bulb cord is metal and just over time with it, you know, moving around. Hopefully this isn't too small. If it's too small, I'll change course. Might be too small. This might be difficult for me to do. You know what? I can do it. Let me do it the other way. Let's try it this way. If I can do it this way. Let me try to punch my holes first and then come with the paper. Hole punch. I think, yeah, much better. And then we're making these little donuts. So cute. Little tiny page protectors for our little tiny envelopes. And you could ink these too. I'm not going to take the time to ink them. So cute. Okay, sorry, I was off screen there. Okay, so I've glued one on each side, and then we'll take our little bulb pin here. Let me clear the decks a little bit. Let me put my pins in my glue so it doesn't get dried out. We have our little circles there we don't need. And then where's the one I liked? I think I like the cut. Yeah, this one's so cute. The colors are great for this page. I probably would take the beads off and kind of do it the different direction, but you can kind of see. I probably would take everything off just so that it would, you know, pin it in a different way. But look how cute that is. So you have like a little side dangle here, or depending on how you have your beads, you can make it so it kind of stays this direction a little bit more. Hopefully that makes sense. Like I would take the beads that are off the back of it. But how cute is that? Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. And then let's see, would this be cute? This might even be cute in this little journal. Let's look for a little page here. I like the color of it. I have slowly been, do I want it on that page? Trying to get these journals finished. Actually, I think this one is a little bit more finished. Do I like that? Now will come the decision making of what page to put it on. Actually, this one's pretty full. I don't want to show you that page because that's an upcoming video. Let's see, maybe that's cute. It's even cute like that. See what our other options are. Well, maybe we'll do it on this page here. No, I like this one. Okay. Executive decision here. All right, so I've already glued it. Let's give this a little bit of inking. And I think I'm actually going to hit it with some of this brown distress ink here, just to give it a little bit of a vintage look. How is everybody doing? Is anybody in kind of snowstorm territory where you're at? I know Kathy, if Kathy's still in here, I know she most definitely is. I am in Southern California, in Los Angeles, so we aren't experiencing snow here. I guess we're supposed to have snow maybe in the mountains, hopefully, because of course we're still contending with the fires here in Los Angeles. We had another one break out yesterday near Magic Mountain. If anybody knows that area, kind of bordering kind of Los Angeles, heading towards, you know, I'm going to see if I can punch this out with one of my little punches. Maybe this one I can, will it fit in there? I won't be able to line it up though. That's the only problem. Can I see this way? Maybe. I don't know. Well, that's kind of in the middle. Let me see if I can eyeball it, because I don't think I can. Oh, no, it will. Okay, it'll fit in this way. So typically you would want to do your little half circle or your tab beforehand. I'm doing it a little bit backwards, but hopefully I can kind of line it up. Ooh, this one's hard to press. Ugh. I'm wrinkling my envelope. Okay, don't do as I do. That's okay. It's a little teeny tiny one. Let's see. Hi, Chiquita's Crochet. Yes, close to the grapevine over there. Heat wave of 26 degrees. Oh my goodness, Kathy. Oh. I've lived in California, Southern California, my whole life, between San Diego and here in Los Angeles. I don't think do I want to glue that? Yeah, let's glue that part down so we can make another little tuck spot. So I'm going to add a bead of glue in here. It's nice with this two-tone, so you can kind of see that separation. So I'm going to add just a bead, like a line of glue there, just so we can make the little side pockets. Can you smell it? Yeah. I woke up with a really bad headache, and we're far enough away that I don't feel like we should be having the effects of it, but I definitely woke up with a headache today. Be so careful, especially that you can smell it. The other ones, boy, we had ash everywhere, and I just tried really hard not to really go outside for about a week. We were just kind of monitoring it. I wasn't doing, going out walking with my neighbor like I usually do. We just tried to be really careful. So be very careful. Try not to be out and about in it as much as you can. Sometimes that's hard. Of course, my husband, he was working every day. he works inside. Well, he's inside outside, so they have a shop, and so he's kind of in and out all day long. Okay, so normally I would, before I glued it, I would have done all the inking on it. I'm going to see if I can't ink the edges here a little bit. Give that a little effect. Let me take this little piece of paper here. Let me get a different piece of paper. Okay. Just to give that edge a little bit of definition so you can tell that it's a tuck spot. This is my journal. This is my own personal. It isn't one that I'll be selling. There, that's cute. Let me hit it up a little bit here. Let's see. Maybe I want to put something kind of cute as a little flap here, like a little pull-up thing. What do we want to use? Do we want to use a heart? Do we want to make a little circle? Let me see. Kind of like that blue. We have red on this other page. What do I have that's red other than a heart? Let's see. I just want to do a little visual and see what a circle would look like. That's not too bad with the blue. That one's too small. Let me see, do I have something red? Of course, I probably don't have anything at my disposal. Let me see what I have here. Oh, I just closed the page. Ooh, let's look at this. Where did my page go? I think it was here, right? I'm thinking to myself, let's see, what if we cut, I like this little tab here. It's a little tab here on this page that has the page number. Let's see what we can do with that. I don't think I want it rectangular. I've completely gone off the rails. I had these three little projects I was showing you. Now I'm making a big envelope, but it's kind of fun to do that sometimes. Let's see here. Let me make that. Cut that into, I like that. It's kind of cool. And I'm going to glue it onto this blue paper. I love that combination. Let's see here. Do I want to ink that? Maybe let's ink it. Let's do a little bit of the black ink. Hi, Terry. Oh, hi, friend. Hello. I'm so glad you're here. Happy and healthy 2025 wishes to you. Okay, so I gave that a little bit of an ink. How are you guys, Terry, in Idaho? Are you getting a lot of snow? I bet. Seems like everybody's really socked in with the snow. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. Okay, let's go over here. It's a little bit more blue. Okay, so I glued the little square on there. And I'm just going to cut out just so we have kind of like a little border. I might make it a little bit more narrow. But for now, let's see what we have going on here. Oops, sometimes when I cut the borders off, I just get, do you guys do that? I get smaller and smaller as I go. Oh, that's not too bad then. Yeah, about an inch. Oh, that's pretty good. You guys are doing good. Okay, I like that. Now let me, what did I do with my blue paper? Oh, here. I'm going to cut out another piece that's equal, and then we'll put it on the back side. That is not too bad. I'm hoping we get some rain. Have you heard that, Chiquita, that maybe we're supposed to be getting some rain later in the week? Oh, I hope so. So very dry. And I really feel for all the firefighters. I just can't even imagine. Firefighters and their families. Okay. All right, so I'm going to glue this front one on. Let's see, where do I want that to be? Probably I don't want it to hang down. Do I want it to hang down? I guess it could hang down further. Actually, maybe I will have it hang down further because then it'll be super obvious that it's a tab. So I'm going to hold it down with my finger and just put a little bead of art glitter there. Then that makes it very obvious that it's a tab. And then what do we want to do next? You want me to show you guys how to do one of the dangles? I'm so excited to hang this little banner up behind my desk. I'm super excited. It's very funny how, you know, sometimes when you set out to do one thing and it completely morphs into something else. But I did make a Valentine banner a couple years ago with like, no, now it's many years ago. So I actually do have a handmade paper banner, so I can pull that out and hang that up. And actually this one, I feel like is just bright, happy colors and kind of generic. So I can leave it up. Is my plan to leave it on my shelf all year long. It's just fun. Oh, that's cute. I should have inked it before. Let's hit it with a little bit of ink. I should have inked that top side, but I think it's good. Okay. So hopefully you guys can see. So we just took that little page number there, and then we've made a little tab out of it. So there's the back side of it. And I think that was a good idea to drop it down so that it's really obvious that it's a tab rather than up a little bit higher. And then where's my page? It keeps changing here. I have some other cute stuff. I need to find some other bright things to put. Do I want it centered on the page maybe? Do I want it over here? Need to make sure because I am gluing it in. Do I want a circle around it? See, now I'm getting very extra. Do I want a circle behind it? I probably don't have anything that's going to work. No, I don't want that. Would have to be something printed. Oh, this might be cute. Let's see. Just feel like it needs a little something, something. don't know, that's kind of cute. Do I like it? Do we like it? This book is kind of fun because it's a little bit of an experimentation since it's my own. Not sure if I like that or not. I just felt like it needed something else on the page. Maybe this is not the right spot for it. Okay. Oh, this is where we're putting it. I don't have anything cute in it. Okay, this is where it's gonna go. So I have this cute little floral pocket right here with some scrapbook paper. Isn't that cute? Oh, that's adorable. Okay, that's where it's going. That is it. That is the spot. Right, Terry? It's perfect. It is perfect. I just wasn't, I don't know. I didn't like the one little kind of lowly envelope on that other page. It definitely needs some kind of decoration on it, but oh my gosh, this is cute. This is a happy accident today. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love, love, love it. And then I'll have to come up with something really cute to go on the inside. I don't know what, but this is perfect because it has like the kind of bluey turquoise and the inside is yellow. So we're picking up on some of the colors here. We're picking up some of the colors on the other side of the page. And I love that the little tab there. I might put maybe a little Velcro, some little Velcro thing on it at some point, you know, just so it doesn't flap open. Like a little dot or something. So cute. All right, so this will be a work towards, we'll have to figure out something cute to go in here. And then of course, some cute stuff to go. I feel like I'm always moving things around on the page. Let's grab some other cute stuff. Just so we get the full effect. I feel like I won't see. Look at this. This is isn't this adorable? This is like a 1970s patch that Leanne gave me. Is that amazing or what? And look at the packaging. Oh my gosh. I love this. I should put this like on a jean jacket or something, maybe one day, or a purse or something super cool. But I don't know. I like the whole thing with it being in the packaging. So I don't know. I don't know if I have the strength to open it up. Let's put some other really cute things in here. Let's see. Is this cute? I'm always just moving stuff around. Put this little card, add some other color in here. That's cute, right? Right? How cute is that? Super happy accident. I wasn't thinking that this is what we were going to do today, but I like it. It's bright. It's happy. I love this. I chase the butterflies and the butterflies chase me. So cute. All right. I love that. Well, this is fun too because I have another whole page layout that sort of came out of doing these banners and things. So that'll be fun. Maybe I will finish off something fun to put here on the inside and then I'll share it when I do that video. That's definitely will be a standalone video, I think. Just because it's a little bit of a companion. Oh, I love it. That was fun. Okay, let's see, what time is it? I think we have enough time. Let's make one of the little dangles together because I think this is self-explanatory, right? You guys can kind of figure out how, if you wanted to make this little banner. And I don't want to give away any secrets, but yes. Oh, let me show you how cute this would be. I don't want to give it all away, but I'll be kind of maybe doing something somewhat similar. But how cute is that? Obviously, I'm using this particular one as decor, but how cute is that? How cute is that? So stay tuned. I'll be sharing something, kind of something along that line. But is that adorable or what? And I think this is great. This is a great idea. I love that I sort of stumbled upon this with the banners, because obviously when we have these book pages, and particularly like these children's book pages, you know, you don't really want to cover them up. They're so amazing as they are, but to make a little paper dangle, something like this, to just decorate the top of the page, I think is so cute. And of course, my mind just goes crazy because then I start thinking of all kinds of other things, but you could do fabric. Wouldn't that be cute to do little, like add fabric? You could do little ties, you know, where you do the strips, like the ripped pieces of fabric. So you could, you know, you don't want to make it too thick. That's the one thing you have to keep in mind. But you could glue little fabric strips. You could, you know, do the little triangle-y thing or the straight down. So cute. Isn't it cute, Terry? Yes. And yeah, because I mean, that page is cute as it is, but just, and you could drop it down too, right? You could put it across. Well, that one is now decorated, but you know, you could put it across. This one is too, but how cute would that be too? Like on a pocket would be adorable. So cute. So this was a happy find, happy stumble upon. So let's make, whoops, I'm dropping everything. Let's make a dangle, and then you guys can be on your way, take on your day. Let's see, what kind of paper? What do I have here? Oh, let's try this. I wanted to see if this would be so cute. I wanted to see if this wallpapery stuff would work. And I'm just looking. Sometimes I do find, I have to say though, with you know, sometimes the paper can be really busy. So that's the thing when you're using these book pages. And that's why the ink kind of helps to give it a little bit of definition. But you know what I mean? Like this one turned out really well because you could see the flap pretty good. So that's why I'm just sort of looking at this. Maybe we'll do this section here. And I'm thinking a button, I think, would look really cute on this. I think. All right, let me clear some of this out. I have so much stuff, on my desk. Okay, whoops, I think we will need that. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. I know we don't need these little tiny hole punches. Let's get those out of the way. Get this stuff out of the way, that project. So I have a little bit more room. I can bring up the paper trimmer. Let's put that there. You don't need that anymore. Okay. Oh, I might not have cut a big enough piece. Let's see. Let's do, yeah, let's kind of stick with that 2.5. Although that's not very straight. Let me see if I can straighten this up a little bit. Hopefully I have enough. I might need to grab a different piece. I'm loving this paper trimmer. At first, I was kind of like, I don't know if I love it because it was different, and I haven't been grabbing my guillotine one at all. I've just been using this one exclusively. I love how it has the little wire in here. It's such a great visual. The one thing I didn't like when I first got it is that when you cut the paper, it creates kind of a little bit of a ridge on the opposite side, which I don't love. And depending on what type of paper, sometimes you can get a little bit of that, you know, fraying. Although the guillotine one does do that too, depending on the type of paper. But for really fragile paper, you know, like antique or the like really, really old paper that's kind of thin, if you go really slow, it cuts it nicely, you know, because sometimes when you're cutting it, it does that, it bunches up. But I'm really enjoying it. I think that was a good thing to add. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little visual because sometimes I think I like that. Or do I want, yeah, maybe we'll do it this way. I was just doing a little visual to think, well, what side do I want to be my flap? And then what side do I want showing? So I think in this instance, I'm going to choose this side, this part to be my flap. I think that might look good, but this will be like a little bit of a test. Okay, so we're going to take our square, fold it in half, get our point, fold that up to the fold line, fold that whole section back up. That's kind of where we are. And I have to say, I think this paper, this wallpaper or whatever this is working really well. Fold that corner in, fold this corner in. Hi, Angela. Were you doing something fun? Were you doing something fun? What were you doing? Okay, so that now we've folded in our two corners. Yeah, and I think that was a good direction to go in. And then we just need to figure out how we want our corners to be. So let's look. I feel like I kind of like that. Hopefully you guys can see what that looks like. And then I'll do a quick little check here. Oh, that's good though too. That's good. Maybe we'll keep it like that. Okay, so let's ink it. I'm thinking vintage photo might be nice with this. And you can also, too, if you have paper that's a little bit thicker, you can use your bone folder too and really burnish that down. This is really nice. Ooh, I can't wait to make some bigger envelopes with this. And this is kind of, I think it is wallpaper. I forget now. It was, my mom had a big roll of it. She used it for drawer liner, but I think I did find it on eBay, I feel like. And I think it's Waverly, I'm pretty sure. And I think it might be wallpaper. Okay, that looks nice. Okay, so let's hit this with a little bit of vintage photo. And I'm going to do even these edges right here before we glue it. Oh, this would be so pretty in the large size. And of course, I have that big, huge roll. I don't know. My mind's just going. I'm just geeking out on all the possibilities. And I need to go through my books too, because that's the one thing you're limited by your size of paper. It would be really cool with map page. I do have some really huge atlases, like really big, like those gigantic like books that I wouldn't even fit on my coffee table. I have some really, really big ones, but map would be good. You'd have the lines, but map paper is so huge. If the folded ones. So you'd really get a lot of paper that way. Wrapping paper. It's a little thin, but wrapping paper would probably be super cute and work well. Okay, so we're all inked up. I think I like it that way. What are we making? We're making a dangle, right? Okay. Oh, that's so funny. I don't think I've ever watched that. Why haven't I watched that? I know it's like a beloved show. I don't think I have, but I feel like I would like it. And diamond painting. I feel like I would love diamond painting too. That it would be very relaxing. I have thought about getting a diamond painting something, getting like a, what do we call it? It's like left my mind. What's the word I'm trying to say? Like a kit. I think it would be really relaxing to do like when we're in the RV, like camping, right? Because it's relatively compact. Oh, my glue is not coming out. Where's my thing? Ooh, wait, what is from? Oh, wait, I have to see this. Dollar Tree. I haven't gone to Dollar Tree for a while. I went to Dollar Tree earlier for some travel stuff and they had new, they did cardstock packs of paper. Yeah, I'm really trying to use up what I have. So although I did get that one from Walmart that was in my last haul, but it was so pretty. And I definitely know I will use it. I have a lot of 6x6s that I picked up because I used to make tags like what do I want to say, like gift tags. I used to always put gift tags on the packages for my other business, and so I would go through cardstock quickly. Just, like little circle, they were like simple, but they made the packages look really cute because I wrapped them in like brown, like craft, kind of paper, thin craft paper like that. So I have a lot of 6x6s that I still need to use up. And then I had picked up some at the thrift store, cardstock, like just, multi packs that had all kinds of different stuff in it. So I need to work through that. And some of it I don't love. So that's a good opportunity to, use it for masterboards and whatnot. Okay, so because we're making a dangle, I'm just coming in and I'm gluing down all the sections. I will. Ooh, that would be a good thing. Maybe I'll start watching it this week. I am looking for something good. Taylor and I are super in. We've been watching, what are the ones that, what's that one that Amy suggested? Oh, I can't think of the name right now. And it's so good. But then we have to wait for new Silo. Oh my gosh. I'm loving Silo. But I think maybe new ones come out weekly. Oh, 20 minutes. So that's nice. That's like a nice short. Well, maybe I'll start watching it today when I'm crafting. Where do you watch it on, Angela? Is it on Netflix or Amazon? Those are the only two things I have. I don't have Hulu or any of those. Yes, Silo. Oh my gosh. Because Hulu. Okay. Well, maybe I'll look at it. Maybe it's worthwhile to get a subscription for it. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love, because I'm super into, I like sci-fi stuff. So Silo has been super excellent. We've been enjoying that. My husband Jim doesn't like that kind of stuff. So Taylor's kind of my sci-fi partner. And we started watching the Dune series. It's okay. I don't know if we're loving it. I think we have some episodes we need to catch up on, but definitely I think Silo is better. And then my husband and Jim loves Westerns. He will watch, he likes that kind of genre. And is it American Primeval? I think on Netflix. So good. So good. It's like a mini series with, what is the actor? That little cutie pie guy from Friday Night Lights? Is it I should know that, right? Taylor. I think his name, is it Taylor Kitsch or something? He stars in it. I'm pretty sure that's Netflix, and it's probably like a 5 or 6. But it's all like American West, kind of back like Fort Bridger, and when kind of people were that I have to say though has like violence in it. So if you're somebody that's sensitive to that, definitely I would not recommend it, but very well written and acted. Did she? Oh, it's so good, Angela. If you like that kind of thing, I like kind of historical period pieces. And then of course, when I saw that it was kind of Western, that I thought, okay, Jim will like it. So I turned it on and we binge watched it. We binge watched it. So that's how much we loved it. We just watched the whole thing. I don't know. We started late one afternoon, and so terrible. I hate it when I do that, because especially when things are so good, you don't want to stop watching it because you're like, oh my gosh, it's so good. Let's watch another. But it's so good. It's really good. That I would say I'd highly recommend it. Okay, so I'm sorry I'm talking so much. So I glued everything down. We glued the flap, and everything is nice and glued down pretty tight. And then let's see, do I want it this way? My hands are really dirty. We'll do it this way. So I'm going to put the hole in this direction. Where's my little, oh, here we go. I'm going to use my little tiny hole punch. Do I know what size this is? I don't know what size this is, but it's a little teeny tiny one. Oh yeah, Yellowstone. Mm-hmm. We started watching Yellowstone and then I stopped, and Jim kind of kept watching it. I feel like I want to circle back around to it. 1923. Oh, I don't know what that is. I'm writing that down. 1923, 1918. Oh, I'll have to look. That sounds somewhat familiar. 1923. Cool. I'm going to look that up, but that does sound familiar. But I'm definitely going to look for the Creek one. Can you tell? Am I being kind of I got monetized, and now although I should look things up a little bit more, but I'm not sure of things that you can say and can't say. So that's why I'm not saying the whole name all the way through. Where did they go? What happened to my little thing here. I'm looking for my little bulb pins because there was one older video that I was looking at from like forever ago, and I didn't, no, that's not the right thing. I didn't watch the whole thing through, but I think that one, and I started watching, and it was a haul, like a Christmas haul of all things. So I started watching it, and there was one word in there, maybe wasn't, I mean, it wasn't a bad word. There was nothing bad about it. So I'm guessing maybe it was that. Ooh. Was it, Terry? Yeah, then don't watch this other one. I don't think you wouldn't enjoy this other one. The storyline is really good in the American Primeval. Like, you know, it has like a love story component to it. That was good, but yeah, the violets would be too much for you. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, my husband loves Yellowstone too. Oh, then I definitely haven't seen it. Harrison Ford. Okay, so it is 1923. Is it a series or is it just a like a standalone movie? I love Helen Mirren too. She's amazing. Oh, okay. I'm gonna look for that. Okay, so I just grabbed one of like my coppery color bulb pins. Oh, what are we gonna put on here? I feel like a button would be cute. Let's see what we have here. I have this big, look at this big jar of buttons that I got from Gabby. Let's find one that has maybe, ooh, that's pretty. I want something that's not super, super white. Maybe that shows up a little bit more like grayish, or I guess I could do that side of it. Yeah, there's some kind of violence I don't like. I don't like scary movies like that. I don't know what you call those kind of movies. I don't like those kind. Like, I don't like creepy. Like, I don't know. I don't know what that would be. I don't like creepy kind of stuff. Oh, I'm not finding the right one. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Angela. I do not like those at all. I don't like those. Oh my gosh, this button is so tiny. What? Oh my gosh. Look at how small that button is. That's like the teeniest, tiniest little precious button. Oh, that's cute. Do I want to use that? See, you know, when I say, oh, I'm such, I kind of like that one, that I'm such a slow crafter. This is why. I start swirling and can't make up my mind. Is that the right one? I love it when people are so decisive. What about this one here? Oh, that one's kind of cool because it's very, it has like rust or something on it. It's definitely aged. I like that one. We'll go with that. No Dexter. No Dexter for me. Taylor likes that. She's watched it. Yeah, I couldn't do, what was that, Silence of the Lambs and stuff. No, I take that back. I think I watched the original, but some of the stuff I don't like things that disturb me, I guess. Yeah, things that are disturbing, mentally disturbing. Yeah, and scary's okay. Like I don't mind jumping or something that makes me jump or surprises me, that I don't mind. I just don't like things that are visually disturbing in some way. Okay, that's cool. I will say the one thing about this though is a lot of the ink wore off of it. It just doesn't want to stick to it very well, which is why my hands are super dirty. Okay, so I like that. Let's see, where is my fabric jar? Everything's behind my computer. Let me grab it here. Oh, I am so excited. I don't know if any of you have watched it, but I am started. So I put up a like craft space tour, aka the dining room here tour. Was it day before yesterday, maybe? So that video is up, and I sort of laid out my plans to reorganize, because how I have all my craft supplies organized and what's closer and what is further away, because if you watch that, I'm using dressers and different things that are around the room here in our living room, kind of dining room area, but it isn't efficient. It's not working for me. So I did a little tour, but I'm very anxious. In fact, I may even start today. I'm anxious to start getting in the drawers and cleaning everything out. I'm super excited to do that. All right. I like that lace, but it's probably going to be too long and I won't be able to tie it. I want something that I can tie in a little tiny knot. I think that's too small for me to adequately make a bow. See, like this isn't working. I move everything when I move from this end of the dining room table over to the other. So I'm having to grab everything. Just not the most efficient. Okay, then let's grab some beads. And I am finally glad to be using up, I have so many seed beads, like a crazy amount of seed beads. Ooh, pretty, pretty. Oh, you haven't done it? Oh, look at mine, Angela. So I don't know if I love it. I'm not, yeah. So this is my see-through. I had a lot of like different ideas, and then I'm like, no, I've kind of done those before. So I wanted to do something like with magazine pages. So I was trying to find a window because I thought that would be so cool. I've seen Debbie, my Vagabond Style Debbie, do that before, where she's taken windows, and she cuts them out. So I found this image. So it was this, and I have this big box of like fussy cut images, magazine images. I used to, at one time, I went through like all my old magazines and like even like some of my mom's old magazines when I would be over with my mother-in-law. And when the days that I was over at her condominium with her, and I would just sit all day and fussy cut. So I have a big box of fussy cut images from magazine pages. So I don't know if it was like a washer or a dryer. So I cut that circle out and then I found the fish in a book page, and then this was another magazine thing with this lady like floating. And then I added all this other stuff, but I don't know. It's okay. I just don't love it. I definitely need to outline or something. Talking about fussy cutting. Here's fussy cutting right here. I probably should have cut it. This side was cut off. I probably should have cut this so it was more centered, but it's okay. I don't think like this surreal kind of collage, you know, that Laura does too. I'm not that great at it. So this was good to kind of test my limits a little bit, but so this is mine. So when I figure out what more I want to do to it, I'll take a picture. Oh, that's a great idea. I love the envelope, and I was going to do that, but I've done several projects with that before. So I was like, no, I need to do something a little bit different. So I don't know. It needs something, right? I showed it to Taylor too, and she's like, yeah, definitely needs something. So I'll have to zhuzh it. I'll have to zhuzh it a little bit, but that's my see-through. I just haven't posted a picture yet. Okay, I'm just pulling out some beads here, browns, blues, even this pinky tone. I don't really have a journal page in mind for it, so. So hard to get these seed beads out of here. It's really in there. That one's pretty. But they're very perfect for this kind of thing. Let's look in here. And I usually do like maybe 3 beads per side. It seems to kind of work with these. Yeah, I definitely need, that's what Taylor suggested too, like writing something on it or like a word and then drawing on it in some way. I'm kind of like, I mean, this doesn't matter. This is just a piece of paper, right? It's nothing precious, but I get to this point and then I get really nervous about outlining it and then doing something because I like it enough that I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up. But I don't know. Do you guys get that way? I shouldn't be that way. That's so silly. It's literally just a piece of paper. And it's all stuff that would have ended up in the recycle bin had I not, decided to cut things out instead of just putting the magazines in the recycle bin or, taking them to the thrift store, whatever. So it doesn't have any value. It doesn't have any value. So I don't know why I get that way. It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. But that's how you learn. That's how you grow, right? Creatively and artistically is to just experiment, like have fun and play around but sometimes I just get really stuck. Okay, I think we're probably have more than I need. Hi Debs, how are you? Hello Fred. How are you? Do you get stuck like that, Debs? Do you ever feel that way when you're crafting? Okay, so let's see here. Let's see. I'm gonna so what method of my madness for these? I usually put like 3 beads and then I put the envelope on and then another 2 or 3 to the front. It's typically how I've been doing these. Yeah, I don't know why it's such a struggle sometimes. And then I have to remind myself there is no, right? Then we get back to that thing. There's no such thing, right, as a mistake. There's no such thing as a mistake when it comes to art, and creating just doesn't exist. Are you that way, Debs? I know. Some people aren't like that though, right? I feel like some people are just super bold and they just they just go for it. Like people, like I'm not a fast crafter or creator. Sometimes things go fast, but sometimes I really, have to sit and think on it. And then I get like, oh my gosh, okay. I like how far it's gotten. I don't want to do anything. I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up. And that's just so silly to be like that. So I have a lot of envy for people that they just go for it. They're like prolific creators. They can create. Oh, that one doesn't fit on there. They can create so quickly, right? All right, so I'm just stringing all this on here. Little things like this just get so fiddly, aren't they? This this crochet trim I'm using is probably way too thick, but we'll see if it works. Might be way too thick. It's okay. Probably when I go to put this on a page or something, I will probably take the beads off. That's probably a given, and kind of redo it a little bit. And definitely, I think the trim is way too thick. I'm going to cut it down a little bit. It created a really big knot. And let's hit that up with a little bit of ink. Let's age up. I think it's cute. I wish the ink had stuck on here a little bit more. Sorry, my hands have gotten so dirty. Okay, so there's kind of the general dangle. There's our envelope. Probably would have been cute to put a little bit of like cheesecloth or something. Would be really cute underneath the button. Probably I'll do that for the next one. But you can see kind of the little beads and the little crochet trim. I would like some maybe more definition here on the edge. So maybe if I had some other kind of pin or something, I think it would be cool. No, distressed paper she got. I think we should try it with the rusty pieces making No. So did she buy the paper? Ooh, that's going on my list of things to do. I like if I don't make lists, I forget. I have 1923 here. I have that other show. The name of that show, and I have Laura's video. Ooh, I'm intrigued. You know who? Mary, Ancestral Beginnings, and Cindy, Mimi's Treasure Cottage, they did something like that. I think they might have done the project together where they put metal pieces and rusty things and made fabric that had that rustiness. Oh, she bought it from somebody on YouTube. Ooh, okay. I'm totally gonna watch that. How cool. Ooh, very cool. Hi, honey. Did you have a good day? Taylor just got home. Oh, Thor ran in. Oh my gosh. Taylor. I was just saying hello to Taylor. She just got home from. I don't think that's dark enough. Oh, see what happens? That's what happens when I try to do this thing and run along the edge of things, then it I go off course and then it goes on the back, or it goes on the flat side. Ooh, I'm excited to see the paper. That sounds so cool. Well, I don't think this is the best thing. I think today was Taylor's third day of Cal State Fullerton. So she's transferred from the community college. Was it fun, honey?
Yeah.
She's loving it.
He came in the house.
He did? He came in the house?
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I heard him yelling, but then I couldn't find him.
So we have two cats that regularly come to our house for food. One is a little tiny cat named Michael Jackson. We think that's his name because we think his owners made a post on the Nextdoor app, and that's what they were calling him. And it looked very much like him. And he has a little clipped ear. He's tiny. And he comes and goes. Sometimes he'll come many days in a row when we won't see him for, like now we haven't seen him for a week or two. And he's so cute, Michael. And then we have a Bengal cat that we think is named Thor. And we think we know where that cat lives. My neighbor and I, Kiki, I think we figured out. And they also made a post one time and said that their cat was missing and they called it Thor. And Thor is, so Michael's just this little like black, like, you know, just little general cat. Does he have white on him too, Tay?
A little bit.
He might have a little bit of white, but he's mostly black. And we also think that he's likely Michael Jackson.
Oh, Michael Jackson doesn't have any
He doesn't have any white because he does this little like moonwalk with his paws. It's so cute. And Thor, is he a Bengal?
Yeah.
Thor is the most amazingly gorgeous Bengal cat. I've never seen a cat so beautiful. He's definitely extremely expensive. He's gorgeous. In fact, we noticed too, like his back paws are much longer than, we have two inside cats, and much longer, like, right? He's probably made and built for jumping. And I mean, he's exquisite. And he used to just stare at us and look at us and not super friendly, like not when it come towards us, but slowly over time, like Jim started, you know, giving him little cat treats and stuff. And so now we don't want another cat though. We do not want to adopt him. We do not want another cat, but he's gotten to the point that when he sees us or when Jim comes home from work, he just wails and meows, this very guttural meow. He's hungry. He wants food. Feed me now. But now what he does, and two times we have found him in the house, because we'll just keep the garage door open, the big garage door, and then the little garage that, you know, it's behind me that comes into the house. And twice we've discovered him in Taylor's room. Once you were in there, right, Taylor? One time she was like even in her room, sitting on her bed, and I walked in to say something to her, and I, out of the corner of my eye, just assumed it was one of our cats. I didn't even look. I was like asking her a question, and then I looked to my left, and there's Thor, and he's wide-eyed, and he's looking at me, and he's like, "Oh my goodness!" And he runs out. So twice, but now his big thing is when we open the garage, he runs in and goes underneath my car, and we can't see him. So then later, our little cat door is see-through, and he'll like stand behind the see-through little cat door, which is always locked, and meow. because our cats don't go out in the garage and they're inside cats. And yeah, and make himself known. Oh my gosh. Sorry, that was a really long story, but it's just so crazy. So Taylor, when she just came home, said she thinks Thor ran into the garage. So we'll have to go see. But he's a little trickster. So cute. Okay, so there's our little finished dangle. Very cute. I could see this in a really kind of romantic, Victorian kind of journal. And of course, this would be so cute to clip it on the spine, like with a larger dangle. So super cute. Right? Look at that. On like aged piece of paper, some really yummy antique papers. How pretty would that be on something like that? I think that's really pretty. So that is it. That is it. That's my crazy cat story. Let's see. Let me turn the camera around here real quick, and I will say goodbye. We ran very long. I know you guys want to take on your days. My phone fell. Okay, good. I have good television shows to look for. I have videos to watch. I have series to go check out today. What else did I want to say in closing? I think that's it. Yeah, look out. If you haven't watched it, definitely go watch the craft, my little crafty space tour video. I was a little nervous to do it, but I have to say it came out okay. Somebody left a comment, and they even complimented me on my video taking, that I wasn't really wavy and moving around a lot. And I've never really done anything like that where I had to, hold my phone, for long periods of time. So I think it was successful. It was okay. And then definitely watch out for additional episodes as I start to clean everything out and reorganize. I don't really have much of a game plan. I just know it isn't working how I currently have everything organized. So I'm really open to suggestions and ideas as I move through. And it may be I might put things in one spot and, discover a day or two later that that's not the best spot. So we will see. And I'm not going to run out and buy a bunch of like bins and organizational things. I'm going to try to use what I have and then just kind of see where we evolve. Like I'll probably grab, boxes, Amazon boxes, and use those and that kind of thing. So, but I'm very excited. I'm very excited to get started. Did you, Debs? Oh, thank you. I was so nervous. I just was nervous because I've never done anything like that before. But I'm getting a little more confident because I've kind of figured out how to edit and, this as rudimentary as my skills are, but, adding little things here and there as I can. And so that made me feel, but it is a little scary too you feel vulnerable, like here. This is our home. This not, because I craft in our like dining room, living room. So it is part of our home. As you could tell, Taylor just came in the garage door from her morning at school. So that I felt a little vulnerable about that. And our house is like, there's flooring that's missing. We had to rip up the carpet in the living room section because, my mother-in-law had a little chihuahua, and need I say more? He didn't like to go outside much. So, the things that you live with over time, and you say, why does this flooring still look the way it is? So, right? Yeah. And then I'm filming, I'm like, oh my God, this, and then I notice I'm talking. I'm like, oh my gosh, the heater, the intake great is filthy dirty. As I'm talking, I'm like, ew. So anyway, but that's life, right? It's real. I guess it's good. It's good just to, that's real life. That's the way our home looks. that's the way things currently are. And probably haven't vacuumed that great in a year. So I probably need to do that. So anyway, that is it, friends. I thank you all for being here today. Keep going. Now I'm just excited to start opening up the dressers and seeing what's in there and cleaning out. In fact, I have a feeling next week, Vintage Craft and Chat, I've already kind of said in my mind, I have so much fun fabric. So I think I'm going to come up with something fun to do with fabric, to use up fabric that I have. I have a couple things brewing in my head. So yeah, I think next week will probably have to do with fabric and fabric scraps and something that we can do to use those, and then we can buy more. Right? We could buy more. So that's brewing in my head. But that is it. So yes, I hope you all have a great week. I will see you next Thursday. If you're participating in our prompt, Fussy Cut is our prompt for this coming week. That's going to be awfully easy because that's what we all do that. And that's it, friends. So have a good week, and I'll see you next week. Love you all. Bye.